Hi guys, I'm getting ready to do Gracie's hair for the week, so I just thought I'd jump on here so you guys can see what I do. I'm just getting her some snacks and getting her comfortable before I start anything. There you go. So I have her on the high chair. Is that better? Can you guys see there? Okay. So as I've mentioned before, we love to use the Reagan Sanai hair products. So the first thing that I'm going to be using, I already used the conditioner. I'm going to be using this leave-in detangler. That's going to be the first step. I'm going to show you everything now because then my hands are going to be dirty. Next is the mango souffle, and this is a whipped hair and body butter. If you can see, it has a hard consistency, more or less, kind of like cocoa butter, but once you rub it against your hands, it gets pretty soft. And then after that step, we're going to be using the hair growth oil, which has done wonders for Gracie's hair. Her hair has gotten so long. Sometimes you guys can't tell because she has really, really tight curls. So they shrink a lot. But if you can see here, she has really long hair, and that is because of this growth oil. And then finally, what I'll finish off with is the rosemary hibiscus curl defining gel, and that will make her curls last longer and hold better. So we're going to start with the leave-in conditioner. I'm getting towards the end, so it's just easier to do this. And I do her hair by sections. So I try to use a brush or comb as little as possible, just so that she doesn't have any breakage. But I just pass my hands through her curls. And as I'm doing this, it's also detangling anything that I wasn't able to detangle in the shower. Hi, Mar. We are doing Gracie's hair here. She's on the iPad and eating some little bunny snacks there. I need to order more of this. So I usually start at the top. The middle part is what has most hair, so that's the one that takes longer. And she's gotten pretty good at staying calm in the high chair. Towards the end, she starts to get a little bit fussy and starts touching her hair or trying to take my hands away. Or if I'm using the comb to part her hair, that's what she doesn't like. But doing this, she doesn't mind. Which who would, because if someone was doing this to my hair, I would not mind at all. This bottom part gets a little tricky because of the high chair, but if you see, sometimes she moves up for me. Sometimes she does, sometimes she doesn't. Hello, hello. So I've learned pretty much to do her hair by watching a lot of YouTube videos. Also, the owner of Reagan Sanai has given me so many tips, and anytime I have questions, she's always available to answer. So she's been a great resource. And you kind of just learn as you go how to take care of her hair. So now that I've put all the product, I'm making sure that it's really in there. Since she has low porosity hair, which means that her hair needs a lot of moisture, it's very, very important that we try to put in as much moisture as possible. So that her hair is nice and defined with curls, so that it's healthy. So I think we're okay so far with the Detangler. Now what I'm going to go ahead and use is this mango butter souffle, which, like I said, if you see, it's really like hard, but once I start rubbing it in my hands, I guess with my warm, it pretty much becomes like butter, so it's really easy to apply. So again, I'm going to do the same steps. I'm going to start here in the front and go by sections. And we just keep repeating these steps with each product until we finish. And if, I don't know if you can tell, but her hair right now is white, which is fine. It'll stay like that for a little bit after I finish, but it goes away once her hair starts to dry. That's kind of how, that's my cue really, that the product is in there well, and that each section has been moisturized. So this is a very time-consuming process. And that's why her hair is still really short. I can only imagine once her hair grows much longer, how much longer this is going to take me. Right now, from like start to finish, as far as when I put her in the bath and wash her hair, to actually finishing this, depending on what style I actually do, it can range between an hour to an hour and a half. But the good thing is that this really is only like a once a week or twice a week thing, depending what style I do and how much it pulls. So I guess that's the good part of it, that I don't have to do her hair every single day. So we're about halfway through with the mango souffle. She already finished her snacks. But the iPad is keeping her entertained. So this has a little bit of a thicker consistency. So it's a little bit harder to run my hands through it. But I still do want to make sure that all the tangles are gone and that the product is getting in there evenly. So you want to take your time doing this. This is not something that you can rush, because if you do, you're actually going to be doing this. You're finished? Okay, you can put it right here. Put it right here. Okay, put it right here. You don't want it there? Okay. If you don't take your time and do this correctly, what do you want? Your water? If you don't take your time and do this section by section in the right way, it's not going to last. So you're going to find yourself, Gracie, no, do not do that. You're going to find yourself doing this in 3 or 4 days. So you're better off just taking one day, taking your time, and doing this the right way, just to make sure that everything is moisturized and that everything is done correctly. And also it depends how she behaves, because sometimes she just does not want to have it. So I kind of have to take that into account as well. I know some people that I've seen, with older kids, they may do like the wash on one day, and then the next day they'll do the styling, because sometimes the styling can take hours because they have longer hair. But her hair is still fairly short, so I don't really need to split up the days. So far, everything's looking good. I don't know if you can tell, but some of the curls are starting to show. And as her hair starts to dry, but if you see, I can pull through her curls very easily. I mean, these products are so good. They smell even better. So I think we are done with the mango souffle. Just gonna go through the bottom part one more time. Hi everyone. Okay. So next what we're going to do is apply some of the oil. Now, this is not like the other products. This is a lot less. I usually just go in the front parts because that's where I want her hair to grow more. And I also applied this in the shower, so I don't need that much. And then I apply it in the sides, on the back. And then she has a little section back here that I apply it because it's also super short. And then the last place you want to put it is on the ends. What this oil does is it seals in all the moisture that you applied of all the products. So we just want to seal in this moisture. Okay. So now that that's done, now we are going to start styling. I'm going to be leaving her hair down since her hair was up this last week. I kind of like to alternate 1 week up, 1 week down, just so that her hair is not always tight. I kind of want to let just her curls loose and flowy. So I'm going to be using the curl defining gel, which I showed you. So this is going to take a little bit more time because I'll show you. We're starting here in the front again. But now the difference of what we're going to do that we didn't do in the other products is that we have to now sit here and go curl by curl. It's so important to do this. This takes a while, but it's important to just take these curls. You do a little curl just so that it can really stick. And that makes a huge difference than just actually applying it. Applying it and leaving it alone. So I kind of pull each strand, I curl it, and then just let it be there. So we're just going to continue doing this section by section until we finish. What's hard are the little, her sides, because her hair is not too long there yet.
Here it goes, inside. Oh, I don't hear anything. Let's take a look inside. What is this surprise? We've got an Olaf. It looks like a summertime Olaf. He's wearing a little shade hat and sunglasses. He's super cute. Now let's take Tootie and put him inside a flat. We'll shake it up and see if we can get a surprise. I don't hear anything again. Let's see. Ooh, another surprise. It's Catboy. Oh, Catboy looks excellent in all this blue. And his cat symbol on his chest. I think he's ready for some super action to fight off villains. Alright, now we'll take Flash and put him inside a sofa and see if we can shake up another surprise. Here we go. I hear a little something. What could it be? There's a little pot. In lots and lots of pieces. Let's try to get...
So now to get these little sides here, but they end up coming out so cute. And a lot of this does kind of get messed up once she's sleeping, although I use a satin pillowcase. But I mean, it is what it is. We haven't used a bonnet yet on her hair for the nighttime, just because she takes it off. So for right now, we just have to use the satin pillowcase. I also purchased satin crib sheets because she does move a lot at night. So I just wanted to make sure that if she does get off her pillow, that she's still gonna have her hair protected. So I'm just trying to get all these little curls before I start moving on to the bigger part. And, you know, part of adoption is learning these things as well, especially for interracial adoptions. You know, it's not just adopting a child and having them adjust to your life. I mean, that is part of it, but you also have to adapt to them and what is best for them. And you have to educate yourself on how to care for their hair, for their skin. Because, you know, when she gets older, I have to show her. There's no one that's going to be able to do that. Or she won't be able to do that if there isn't someone that shows her. So I've spent countless nights on YouTube and reading different blogs, just trying to educate myself on the best way to care for her hair and to care for her skin. Because it's different than mine. I mean, for example, my hair is very fine and it gets oily very quickly, so I have to wash my hair every single day. But it's completely different from hers, which it took me some time to learn that, because when she was a baby, probably the first 6 to 8 months of her life, I washed her hair every day just because that's what I do. And I didn't know. So, you know, I mean, I started a little bit later, but I'm glad that she's still young enough that I didn't really do any damage to her hair, and that I'm able to protect it the best way possible. So we're still working on these little curls. Like I said, this is the most time-consuming part, but we've got the front part set already.
No. Wait.
I'm just going to try to take this chunk here and apply the gel. And this gel is not harsh at all. It's not thick. I'll show you the next time I pour it. It's very, very liquidy. So it's not like regular gel that's going to be gooey and harsh to her hair. And that's what I like about these products, that they're so natural that, I mean, I have to apply so many different layers of things to her hair that I want it to be as natural as possible. So I'm really happy that I found these products, which I have to order soon because I am running low. But we're doing good so far. These curls are coming out super cute. And I don't want to say it out loud, but she's doing really well. I also typically like to just do this with me and her because if there's other people around, that's where she gets distracted and she gets more irritated because she wants to get out and play. So this is kind of also like a fun little mother-daughter bonding moment. That it's just us. You know, we're just hanging out, doing her hair. And this will be something that she'll always, you know, remember that doing her hair is her mom and daughter time. Hi, Jen. So, I don't know if you can't really see it, but that's the gel. I mean, it's literally liquid, which I love. Her curls are coming along so nicely. Sorry if I stop talking, I start getting concentrated on curling these little curls. But we're about halfway through. I'm not sure how long it's been. Maybe around 30 minutes or so, or coming close to 30 minutes. These are the parts of her hair that are longer, so I really want to make sure that the curl comes out cute. Which I always tell myself that I should start at the bottom because then to lift her hair to do the bottom part, I kind of ruined these. But I always forget to since I'm so used to starting at the top. And this part also gets harder because of the back of the chair. And I kind of don't want to like bother her to move forward so that she doesn't get cranky. So I'll just continue up on the top. here's a long, bigger portion. But I'll show you guys either tomorrow or later on, depending how it dries before she goes to bed, how defined the curls end up looking when you sit here and actually curl each curl. And I don't mind it. You know, at the end of it, my feet hurt from standing, but this is the only place that she actually sits still, so it's just what I have to do for now. I mean, honestly, guys, I don't even know if what I'm doing truly is the right way to do it. I'm sure as the years pass, I'm gonna continue to modify how I do stuff. But so far, this is what has been working. And I do know that the owner of Reagan Sanai, the products that we use, she is going to be coming to the Miami area. I'm not sure when, but she did mention that she will be coming to do a pop-up shop. So I'm definitely going to go to that with Gracie so we can get a hands-on and really learn how to do her hair. I also want to learn how to do French braids, because I can braid her hair well, like if it's in a ponytail or something, but as far as doing French braids, I've tried so many times on myself, on her, on other people, and I just can't get the grasp of it. So I really need to learn how to do French braids. If I did know, I'd probably do it a lot more often on her hair, just because once you do those type of protective styles, it really makes her hair grow, and it protects her hair so much. So I really want to learn how to do that. We're doing 2 at a time now. But look how long it is. I mean, her hair is so long. We're getting there. And now trying to like find the sections to do starts getting hard. Good job. We are almost there. Once it's done, I'll mess around to style it. Okay, can you move forward a little bit? Thank you. Good job. Thank you for listening. You're a good listener. See, now she starts to get fidgety. So it gets a little harder. Because I kind of lose where I'm at. But as long as she stays entertained, we are good. Gracie, why'd you do that? She poured water all over. And I can't clean it up because my hands are a mess. We're almost done. During Christmas time. I'm convinced she's going to be a singer or a performer because she loves it. She loves the attention. She makes everybody sit down to watch her. It's so cute. Alright, we're almost there. Alright, so I think we're done. I'm just gonna move it around here. Not too much though. But it looks so cute. Let me wash my hands and then I'll pick up the phone to show you. Show your hair off, Gracie. Let me see if I can flip this over. No. Oh, here. So look at all of those individual curls. They look so amazing. So like I said, all that white stuff will dry off. And all you'll see is her beautiful curls. So I'll leave this up if anybody wants to see it. And I'll also post a picture once it's dry so you guys can see the final product. But I'm very, very happy. So see you next time. Bye.